My name's Mr. Edwards. This is...
Wow.
And we are...
Kids Teach Maths.
You have a turkey flag. I didn't know about that. Very good. Right, today we are making... Bread, proper bread. Children, you are better than adults at this because you're going to follow the instructions. Adults, you're going to want to cheat. Don't cheat!
All you're going to need is 530 grams of bread flour. Plain flour if you have to, but bread flour if you can. A packet of dried yeast, or 21 grams of fresh yeast. 15 grams of butter. 1 spoon of sugar. 1 pinch of salt. And 285 millilitres of water. Warm water, thank you, Ralph. It does need to be warm.
Let the warm tap run for a while. Right, this is how we're going to do it. We have got some scales. We're going to weigh everything. We have got a measuring bowl. We have got a separate mixing bowl because we don't want to measure straight into the mixing bowl. We want to get our measurements very, very accurate. Ooh. Good. Very first thing we do is we put in the yeast. Ralph, could you put in the yeast? 285 grams of water. Adults, don't cheat. Measure it as we're telling you. We want to weigh the water. Yeah. Yeah, go for it. 285. 159, add some more. 244, add some more. Ooh, go on.
18.
290. We need to take some away. We want 285. 285.
283, 284. Tiny bit. 285.
285 grams of water. Ralph, 15 grams of butter. 13 grams. 13's not enough, we need to add some more. That's 15 grams, perfect. That's 15. Right, give that a bit of a mix. We're going to just wake up the yeast. Whilst Ralph is stirring, I'm going to add 1 spoon of sugar. Use Demerara sugar, it doesn't really matter. Whilst Ralph is stirring, I am going to add 1 pinch of salt. Nice good pinch.
How's that looking? All dissolved? Yeah. Not yet. That's looking pretty good. Stop. We've done that for about 30 seconds. Pop that down. That's looking all nice and a little bit bubbly. I'm going to put it into the mixing bowl. I'm going to put this back onto the weighing bowl. Tear it to 0.
Good. Ralph, now we need 530 grams of flour.
530 grams of.
We did it in a separate bowl because we don't want to do it into the mixing bowl. We want it to be exactly right. Very important for bread. Ooh. 596. 600. Is that too much or not enough?
So much.
It's too much. We need to take some away, don't we? So let's take some away. Tell me when we're there.
What is the number?
530. Yeah, I'll do this. I'll do with this. We have washed our hands. We have washed the surface. 530. Exactly. Right, Ralph. Put it into there. All of it. Very, very carefully. We don't want to lose any.
No, it's very heavy.
Oh, John hand.
Hang on, maybe we should use a spoon rather than a knife. That might be better, mightn't it? Right. Now we're going to stir it up until it makes a nice ball and we're going to get our hands nice and messy. No, you only have a teaspoon. We don't know yet what it's like. That's good stirring. Can I just have a quick go? That's it. We want it to start to make a ball. Once we can't do it anymore because it's just become too hard. That's too hard for me. Do you want to have a go? That's too hard for you? Right. Now we're going to tip it out onto a nice clean surface. Excuse me. Nice clean and dry surface.
I just have a quick go first and then we'll divide it up. we're going to put it into one big ball and we're going to start kneading it. Don't worry too much about your technique here. Just make sure you bash and stretch your flour. And you need to do this for how long, Ralph?
10 minutes.
10 minutes. Adults, don't cheat! They're going to cheat. Tell the adults not to cheat.
Don't cheat.
You need to do it. You need to knead for 10 minutes. Let's divide it into two. One for me, one for you. There we go. Bash, bash. Okay, we cheated a little bit, but it's very important that you do knead for, divide it into two pieces for 10 minutes. Now, feel this, look at this. This is a little bit sticky, only slightly, but it's not really sticking to my hands. Don't worry too much about it. If it is very sticky, add a little bit more flour as you've been doing it halfway through. But don't worry too much. But that's perfect. Good job, Ralph. Right. We're going to make a ball. Make a nice ball. Going to pop it in the bowl. And we're going to cover it with a tea towel.
A nice damp one.
A nice damp tea towel. And we're going to leave it in a warm, dark place for at least an hour. Maybe an hour and 15 minutes. Alexa, set an alarm for 1 hour. It's a monster! Not you. Right, now I put it on a tray. I took it out of the bowl straight away and put it on a tray so you could see how big it gets. It gets really big. If yours has not doubled in size, let it go for another 15 minutes. If it's done nothing at all, your yeast didn't wake up in the first place, or maybe you killed it with the water too hot. Right, we're now going to oil gently or lightly butter your bread tin. But if you don't have a bread tin, you can do a shape like we're going to do. We need to pat this down. Hang on, watch. We're going to go underneath and we're going to just scoop. Use two hands, look. Here you are.
How's that feel, Ralph? Feels nice? Come on, I'll scoop all of it. I'll get a knife. Very careful with knives. Only use them with an adult. We really don't want to go to the hospital. That's lovely and soft. We get all those bits off. Now, nice and gentle. Nice and gentle. We just
Patting it down. We're not kneading it again. If I was going to put it in my oiled bread tin, I would just put it like that. But we're not going to put it in the bread tin. We're going to make a shape, because some of you don't have bread tins, and sometimes I do this anyway. Ralph, first we're going to chop it in half. Very careful with a knife, please. We're going to do fractions. Right down the middle, into two pieces, we're going to chop it in half. Lovely, very nice. I'm going to take that one away. Ralph, could you chop that half in a half and then we'll have a quarter? Half of a half is a quarter. I am going to oil my tin. Careful with that, thank you. Lovely, we'll put that out of the way. Right. Ralph has got just a quarter there and he's going to make this shape very gently, very gently, very gently. That's very nice, Ralph. How does it feel?
really soft, like a really soft kitty.
Like a little kid. We're not eating cats today, don't worry. Right, we're going to put that one on there and make a little dimple there. That is really nice, Ralph. Can you just make a bit of a point? Lovely. That's perfect. That's perfect. That's perfect. We're going to put this one. There. Now we're going to prove it again. We're going to wait another hour to another hour and 15 minutes. Alexa, set an alarm for an hour.
1 hour, starting now.
220 degrees. Don't cheat. Make sure you have heated your oven. It needs to be really, really hot. Ralph, hello. We have got a giant loaf of bread. Ralph is going to just dust a tiny bit of flour on this. We don't want to touch this bread. We want to be very careful with it. That's it, Ralph. Lovely. Fantastic. 220 degrees, hot oven. Here's a nice trick. Throw a couple of ice cubes into the bottom of the oven, or use half a cup of water. Loads of steam. 5 minutes at 220 degrees. And then don't open the oven, turn it down to 185 and then carry on for another 30 minutes.
Here's your reminder. We've got fresh bread.
It's ready, it's ready!
I'm hungry!
Right, I'm going to take it out because we want to be super careful. We definitely don't want to go to hospital and burn ourselves. You're going to be super careful.
Because I got
I'm
this.
going to pop it down there.
I can't wait, I'm so hungry.
Look at that! It's real bread. Now, if you've done it right, it should pretty much just pop off. Very good. Ralph, really careful. Just take it out and pop it on the wire rack. That's it. Very good. There we are. Fresh bread. My name is Mr. Edwards. This is...
Wow!
And we've been... KidsTeachMaths! See you tomorrow. Wait for it to cool.